No surprise to see him in a winners list once again, and he'll be playing a pretty big part right throughout this evening. Well done, Chris. Great way to start the night off for Brent Lilly and the team, and Father Christmas, who was very good first up here at Melton, and tonight second up. Looked to be in a little bit of bother, sandwiched up between runners, but I could see you pushing your way out into the clear at the top of the straight, and he certainly got home very strong.
Yeah, he did, Rob. He hasn't been here long, and Brent and the team have done a good job. They were really happy with him last week, and they said he's a bit more strong than he is the fast, so I sort of pressed forward for the lead for a while, but we weren't going to get there. Then, unfortunately, got shuffled back, but once he got the clear run, he really got up the straight good.
No surprise to see Brent saying he's more strong than fast, because I think his physical attributes suggest that.
Yeah, he's a big boy and big, strong fella, and yeah, you know, he could go on to better things, I think.
He seemed like he was starting to grab the bit again, and you swapped course with him, and he switched back on, and well done. Great drive, and the split came at the right time for you.
Thanks, Rob. Yeah, he's very docile sort of horse, this bloke. Johnny, he was a bit precarious to get the warm-up right with him tonight, but I think we got it right, and yeah, it would have been good if we switched on a bit earlier, but yeah, we're good enough to get the jockeys.
Yeah, down the back straight, that final time, he just looked like for a moment there he was going to drop out.
Yeah, he was docile the whole way. I was playing with his mouth the whole way, trying to get him up on the bit without stirring him up too much, and yeah, eventually I had to pull the plugs to the 800, but he was still good enough.
Well done, Jason. Lovely performance by I'm a Bourbon Girl, and you'd be pretty proud of her performances.
Yeah, thanks, Robbie. She was good there tonight. She obviously had everything go away, so she was entitled to win, but things were against Andy and Kate's one draw in the car park there, and this one just had to sort of trot away and get it as good as we could in front, and then try and out-sprint them, and that's what she did.
She's been a very consistent horse, been well looked after, not lightly raced at this stage, still only her 15th lifetime start, and on her manners alone, it should take her a fair way.
Yeah, definitely. Pat and Anton and all their team have done a tremendous job with her, and she's got a nice future ahead of her. She's very speedy, and she'll toughen up a bit as she gets on with more racing and age, and she'll win more races.
He won, and he won like the star he is. 12 in a row. Well done.
Yeah, thanks, Rob. You know, he just proved tonight it wasn't as good as he can go, but he's had a few little issues since his heat. He's only had one fast work since then. He had a bit of a accident with his leg and got a hematoma, so we haven't been able to work him much, so that's probably why he's a bit full of himself tonight, but he came here and got the job done, and that's what, you know, nice horses do.
They do. They respond to it, and does he normally get as cranky as he is? He was pretty cranky tonight.
No, I think it was more just I haven't been able to, you know, do a lot of work with him during the week, which was, you know, the main problem. He likes to have a bit of hard work, but we haven't been able to really do that.
He's got great talent, got great gate speed. You utilised it tonight and did everything right, stacked them up and made it a dash up the straight. And he was challenged, but he responded when it counted that last bit.
Yeah, that's right, Rob. He's first up for a little while, so he probably needed the run, but the plan was to go back. But when the favourite, or one of the favourites, when Lily's other horse, Answers Drive, galloped out, then that put a spinner in the works, so we had to change our plan. And yeah, he was just a bit too fast for him on the line, but he's been a lovely horse, and I can't believe he won when Patsy's here. They never win when Patsy comes, so.
Well done, Zach.
Yeah, thanks, Rob. You know, really rewarding to win on her second year in a row in this special race. You know, like you said before the race, me and Paul spoke, and with Kari, and sort of come down to it that we thought she was the best horse in the race and wanted to take the luck out of it, and you know, drive her like the best horse in the race, and thankfully she proved us right.
She did. She's got an amazing motor. She's just such a well-natured horse at home. She's pretty relaxed, and Paul and Cara just done an amazing job with her in the way they've prepared her for all these feature races. there was one blip in the trip, which is a Great Southern Star night. I think everyone was left scratching their head what happened that night, but that's in the past, and she's come back and won 3 in a row.
Yeah, that's right, Rob. I mean, I can't really take too much credit. I sit on her for 3 minutes once every, week to a fortnight. So I really take my hat off to Paul and Kari. They've done an amazing job with this horse. She had a terrible preparation. Just nothing went right, including the Great Southern Star. She was sort of well below her best, and I sort of, in the back of my mind, I was a bit worried that we might have seen the last of the real Red Hot Tooth. But hats off to them. They've done an amazing job to get her back to where she is.
Well done, Kate. Big performance by this horse. He's run so far today to been outstanding, and once you found the lead and controlled the race, he was always going to give a big sight, and he certainly did it tonight.
Yeah, that's right, Rob. Not surprising that he won tonight. His work at home, every time I work him, he just keeps getting better, and he just works with anything. And I didn't think that I'd end up in front, but I thought if I did it, I'd go very close and definitely hold it. And see if Sparkling Success could sit outside of us. And to her credit, she's done a great job.
Well, his 2 runs to date have been terrific, and I suppose you see Red Hot Tooth go around in the previous race, win the way she did, and you finished a very strong second behind the great mare, and no surprise to see him really come out and do what he's done tonight.
No, that's right, Rob. I'm not sure what Red Hot Tooth ran her first quarter in, and I was against inferior opposition tonight, but she was awfully impressive, and he took okay ground off her at Cranbourne, and hit the line really good, which is what you want. And he was always a nice horse in New Zealand, and we were keen to get him, and it's worked out well.
Great effort, led all the way, showed terrific speed, controlled the race. She was challenged and responded beautifully.
Yeah, that's right, Rob. Manners win your races, and with gate speed like that, she's only going to need a front row draw. It won't matter what draws underneath her or outside her. They'll want to be electric to cross her, so that sort of made it easy, her manners like that. But credit to all the team there. They obviously had a bit of an up and down night, but when you have that many runners, that's going to happen, and when you work that many horses, it's going to happen. So it's a real credit to the team, and to keep fronting up every day. Well done.
No, very well said, and certainly a lot of work goes behind the scenes when you're managing big stables, and this girl obviously has got a very bright future, as we've seen tonight, and hopefully going on to bigger and bigger things as the season unfolds.
Yeah, you'd like to hope so. She's got a lot of scope, and she's 3 from 3, so let's hope she can continue on a winning way.
Great to see Russell back in the trainers list of winners of nice races. Russell, one of the astute men of the trotting gate. He's had some great horses over many years. Probably Josh might have been born when he was training some of the great trotting horses he had, Josh. But let me tell you, he was a very astute man, and good to see him in the winners list here with Bank on Betty.
Yeah, it's fantastic driving these horses for Russell. Dad holds Russell in quite high regard, and holds a lot of respect for him as a horseman, and it just shows this filly. She's only had a couple of trials, and she won first up at Maryborough, and then she was able to do it again tonight, against stronger company again. So all credit to Russell. He's obviously been patient with her, and it's paid off for him.
And horses, I suppose it's never easy not many horses can win at their first start, and not many can win 2 in a row.
Yeah, exactly. It's a pretty big occasion. She'd only been to the Shepparton Trials, and it was a big occasion to go to Maryborough, and then again tonight at Melton under lights. She still feels like, she's working it all out, and she might, have a bit more in front of her as well, if she sort of keeps improving the way she is.
I know one thing's for certain, every time I interview the Monty riders, they work a lot harder than those people that sit in the sulky, Jackie. I think they're all lazy, don't you reckon?
Yeah, I can definitely tell you it's a lot harder than sitting behind them.
I don't never speak to a driver that's puffing when he comes back in the sulky, but every time I'm chatting to you Monty riders, you're all huffing and puffing. You had to work hard there.
Yeah, it's certainly hard work, but it's a lot of fun and it's worth it when you get to ride these nice ones. So
You and Casey had a real good ding-dong duel up the straight.
yeah, her horse went really good as well. It didn't want to lay down and I didn't know if I was going to get her there for a while, but credit to this one, he kept fighting down the straight.